Hello traders, FpC&x here. Today is Wednesday, September 13th, and I'm going to be analyzing the pound yen starting on the monthly, working my way down to the 1 hour time frame. So on the pound yen monthly, I still think it looks like a 1, 2, 3, and I'm still not even convinced the wave 3 is over. Maybe it is time for a pullback in the shorter time frames, but I still think it's going to end up looking something like this, going all the way up to this 100% Fibonacci extension of wave A, projected off the bottom of what I think is a wave B, probably someplace around the 203 area. So let's take a look at that on the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame, I still think this move down here is probably a correction, but look at this pattern, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're at a Fibonacci level. I do think that most likely the higher time frames are telling us the truth, and the truth is that we're going to make a bigger correction before we end up continuing the uptrend, probably even going down and taking out that low. So let's take a look at that on the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, I mean, to me this does look extremely corrective right here, but I think that is because the higher time frames are tuned correctly and the shorter time frames are just showing us a distorted pattern. I actually do think that this might end up breaking down and making a big ABC correction over the next few weeks before it really does end up continuing the uptrend. So let's take a look at that on the 4 hour time frame. On the 4 hour time frame, this is where you can see that A, B, C, D, E shape that I've been talking about. But what happened was it made 1, 2, 3 waves up and then pulsed down. It looks to me like we had the end of a correction. I think that this A, B, C, D, E is just a distorted pattern and that this is actually just going to continue to make lower lows, lower highs to make that bigger ABC pattern that I was showing on the daily time frame. So let's take it right down to the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame, like I said, it looked like it was going to end in wave E back here, but then it made 1 wave up, A, 3 waves down, B, another wave up, C. I think we already had the end of a correction. This is probably a 1, this is probably a 2, and I bet we're going to go down for a wave 3 today. And we do have CPI news for the dollar today. I mean, the dollar news usually does affect the yen pairs, so I mean, I think there's a very good chance that the yen pairs are going to go down at the news. And I will be live streaming at today's dollar CPI news, so definitely make sure you stop in for that because we're going to be taking a closer look at all the dollar pairs and the yen pairs prior to the news coming out. And that will be on YouTube. So don't forget to join my free Discord group. The link for that is on the screen and in the description. Thanks and happy trading.